Immortality shall be swallowed up by death shall be swallowed up or something like that. Where's death? Where's that sting?
Yeah.
We're not gonna get no sicknesses. We're not gonna get none of that, man. Even now, here it is. I've been in this truth for what, damn near 8 years, and I still can't perceive how that's gonna be, man. I thought about it every day ever since I come in, and I still can't perceive how that's gonna be like, man. We're never gonna get sick. None of us for eternity. Our children, never. Sickness is never gonna touch us ever again. I still can't perceive that, man.
Yeah, the Lord is on a different level.
That's part of the reward, isn't it?
That's right. Crazy. Not even a runny nose.
Nope. But you know why? Because also, not only we gonna have the best of the best bodies, but we're gonna have the best of the best food. We're gonna have the A1 shit. We're gonna have the best stuff, man. We're gonna have access to precious stones.
Right.
Hey, it tells you in Luke the 5th chapter that every sweet tree shall surround the whole house of Israel. Now you got all different types of You got different type of scents out there. Like for example, you got agar wood. Okay, you got You even got trees that bring about the sap. Like you got frankincense and myrrh that comes from trees. Okay, all of these different things we're gonna have in abundance in the next world to come.
Wow.
Like we're gonna flourish in blessings. Okay, you talking about, if you think of the Rothschilds got it good. Oh no, they ain't got it good compared to how we gonna get it.
Right.
Okay, that's why Paul said, yet we'll be lightly afflicted, but our glory is gonna be an eternal weight of glory.
Yeah.
Okay, so our glory is gonna far exceed the glory that we see here. Go on. So all we gotta do is catch a little hell and just get it over and done away with, and we'll be on the other side, severely blessed, superbly blessed, should I say?
This First Peter 4:1, and it says, "For as much then as Yahushua have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind."
Right, because that's what we gotta go through first. We gotta go through the sufferings first. We gotta go through dealing with this information and being vexed because of all that we know. And then we gotta deal with the madness that comes with your work or your job. Okay, and other things, your own sicknesses, your own cross that you have to bear. So all of these things are there to make us perfect. Okay, and then also we gotta go through the Mac Daddy, temptation, the microchip.
Right.
Okay.
I can't wait, man.
Being in a concentration camp,
I can't wait.
It's right around the corner. You're gonna be that.
For as much then as Yahushua have suffered in the flesh, has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise.
Right, because Yahushua had to suffer that cross, and that was the main thing that Yahushua was angry about. Was that he wasn't angry, he was scared to deal with that whole cross thing. That was the main thing that made him what he was. He was Yahushua wasn't no nice guy, and he was walking around with a smile on his face. Okay, he was rough. And the reason why he was like that, because he knew one way or the other he was gonna die. He didn't know, like you said, brother, he didn't know what time or hour he was gonna die. He didn't know that. So that's what really just messed with him. Okay, but guess what? We gotta arm ourselves likewise, that we gotta also have to deal one day with our own darkest hour, because he dealt with his own darkest hour. Okay, so hey man, it's gonna get to the point where brothers are gonna be in prisons, concentration camps, getting ready to be beheaded or re-educated, okay, or many forms of torture, okay. But mainly what they're gonna do, according to the scriptures in Revelation the 20th chapter, is they're gonna look to behead certain brothers, okay. And then you're gonna have certain brothers in that situation. They may be delivered, like how I believe it was Peter, right? If I'm right.
That's good.
Yeah. Because Peter was in a prison. And he was the scripture tells you that he was binded, okay, by the I believe it was the chain. He was binded by chains. So when the angel came through, the angel said, "Get up." So he got up, and the chains were loosed. So you might have certain brothers, they may be delivered in that situation too, okay? Because it's not all about everybody's gonna be beheaded. You're gonna have certain brothers being delivered on chariots. Certain brothers may be in the prisons, going to do what they gotta go do, and then they're gonna be living on that sort of level, and then you're gonna have certain brothers that have to be put to death. Okay, but all around, we still gonna get the reward if we fulfill that which is part of the mission.
Well, there's a scripture that says we are appointed unto the suffering.
Yeah.
I believe it's one of Paul's writings.
Because I mean, to really be a Christian or to be a servant of the Lord, you have to go through something. Yeah, what's that? What's going on? Well, really, what all of this is about, as you can see, the 12 tribes of Israel. But who are they? Who are the 12 tribes of Israel? No, I'm just pointing out the real Jews and the Israelites are these people right here. This is what the shows right now. You said don't believe.
I believe. I believe I can fly.
I'll shake your hand.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Right.
Spin my big and then fly away.
Right.
Mashallah and mashallah.
Right.
Parable of the little son, yeah?
All right, man.
Prodigal one, yeah?
Right. Yeah, he's a Jake. That's a civil-minded dude. That's a civil-minded Jake right there, man. You know, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if you're in this truth, you're appointed to suffer. Okay? And I mean, you know, this is the mindset of this world. It's all about jovial, you know, just mirth,
Mirthing it up, man.
acting like a child all the time, man. All of that stuff, man. But at the end of the day, and I understand why people do it, because people are depressed. Okay, I mean, the everyday shit you gotta go through in this world. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna look for some sort of joy. Okay, you're gonna want to get the bout. You know what I'm saying? Just to get away from the real world, because it is depressing. But it ain't about all mirth, man. It's not about it's not about mirthing it up all the time. Go on, brother, if you got something. Because I'm gonna be rambling all the freaking day. I want to be filibustering. I don't want to filibuster. And that's why you can't teach everybody, because you got certain people that are just out here that just acting ass, man. You know? But you can't take people seriously though, man, because people don't take themselves seriously. They're going to read what you got.
It's at Jeremiah 16:9, and it says, "For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride."
Yeah, because there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to rejoice and there's a time not to rejoice. Okay, so the Lord is going to take away the mirth out of here. Because right now everybody's under this jovial, mirthy spirit. Drunk, all out of it.
Yeah.
Don't know where they're going or where they're coming back to. They just out there, man. Okay? All provocative, not knowing what to do, because they really don't have a life as well. And that's even more depressing.
Right.
When you don't have a life, you become even more depressed on top of what the world issues are. So, but we got a life. You know, we got things that we do. And we do the work of the Father. And then we gotta go work as well. So we always occupied in doing something. Okay, but most people out here, man, they just live a basic, boring life. And this is why people act the damn fool.
Right.
Because they're not living in life's purpose. When you're living your life's purpose, you don't have to act the damn fool. Because you ain't got time for it. Go on.
Thing on.
You can say what you gotta say later, brother. We're gonna have to go over the scriptures going.
It's at Matthew 24:36, and it says, but all that. It's like 24:37, it says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be."
Yeah, that's a good point too. Go on.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
And that's just the whole thing, because right now, if you could pound the camera, brother, you know, right now people are just doing their daily business. Some people are probably getting married and partying it up, but if you notice, people are not aware of what can occur. People are not aware of an EMP attack. People are not aware of a cyber attack or some sort of terrorist attack. People don't care about that. People are just into the now and the enjoyment and the mirth. Okay, so go and read that.
For in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage,
Right? They were drinking and giving into marriage. Go on.
until the day that Noah entered into the ark,
Okay.
and knew not until the flood came.
And knew not until the flood came. So it's going to get to the point where the nuclear destruction is going to come. Well, not the nuclear destruction, but the day of the Lord is going to come suddenly, where the crash is going to occur. You might be working at the job, and all of a sudden, the BBC News broadcast, "Oh shit, you know, we going through an economic decline." Okay, and we shutting everything down, or however it goes, or a major cyber attack. All right, they wasn't aware of the coming day of the Lord. Go on, brother.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Yeah.
So shall also the coming of the Son of the coming also. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
And also of the coming of the Son of Man be. So the Lord is going to come suddenly. Get me that in Peter's 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. No, also that the day of the Lord shall also come as a thief in the night. Because the Lord is going to come when you least expect him to come. Or the day of the Lord, should I say. Go on.
So 2 Peter 3:10, and it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
Right.
in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yeah, that's that nuclear demise. That's that nuclear demise and the destruction. So as it states right there, read that verse again.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
Okay.
in the which the heavens shall pass away
Right.
with a
So
great
the
noise.
heavens is talking about the heavens on earth. It's not because you got different realms of heaven. Okay, but it's really talking about the earth. You know how you know it's talking about the earth? Because it speaks about the elements. Okay, there's a lot of more elements on the earth than up there, man. Go on there, brother.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yep.
The earth also and the works
See?
that are therein shall be burnt up.
So the Bible is, so Peter's is describing to you that this particular heaven is referring to earth. That all of the elements shall melt. Why are the elements going to melt? Because you're going to have nuclear missiles, power driving, taking a nosedive and exploding everything in its existence. Excuse me. That's what's going to go down. That's the reality of the matter. Okay, so, hey man, that's why brothers got to be on their watch at all times. You got to be sober-minded. Sober-minded doesn't only just mean not to be drunk, but it also means to be circumspect and aware what's going on too. Because you could be unsober-minded, just walking around, not knowing what the hell is going on around you. Okay? You got to be prudent. That's what it means to be sober-minded. Go on. Yeah, so let me see what else you can get. I'll tell you what, brother, go back to Psalm 50. We finish with that, and then we're going to go to the main point. Because, I mean, right now, we just kind of jumping around the place. But, you know, sometimes the Spirit does that, man. Go on, brother.
So back to Psalms 50 and 20, and it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother,
Yep.
thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Yep.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Mm-hmm.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Right. Right. This is going back to Esau now. Because Esau did all of this madness out in the world, or should I say on earth, and he really thought that the Lord was behind it all. Which the Lord was. Okay. But only to a certain degree. Go on, brother.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Right, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. So the Lord is going to reprove them. You see, that was the trick back. The Lord willed it that, look, you're going to put the nation of Israel in slavery. You're going to put them on cargo slave ships, and the Arabs are going to get involved. Okay, the Amalekites are going to get involved in it. Okay, and in that way, later on down the line, I'm going to reprove them for what they did. Okay, to make an example of what not to do. Okay, in terms of touching the apple of his eye, which is the nation of Israel. Go on.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High.
Right, but ye consider this, that forget the Most High. Go on.
Lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver.
See that? See that? So the Lord is going to tear in pieces all of these other nations. So that's just to let us know, look, man, when these other nations go off, you be watchful, because I can do you the same way. Okay, and that's why America, or this whole entire society, mainly America, because America is Babylon the Great, okay, that land is going to be destroyed so bad that it's going to be memorized, even into the kingdom. And that's going to let us even know not to go off again.
Eternity.
For eternity. Go on, bro.
See where it says, let me go back to this one.
And once you get the point on that, we can go back to Isaiah 19 and finish up.
See where it says, I will set them in order before thine eyes. Is that talking about Israel?
Yeah.
Setting Israel in order, right?
Right. That's what's happening right now. When it says in Wisdom of Solomon, it says that they then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness.
Right.
I've got another precept to go with that.
So really, I stand corrected, because I broke that down wrong. You know, that's what it's talking about. The Lord said He was going to set Israel in order. Okay, but at the same time, He going when the Most High said,
Tabernacle of David, pretty much.
Right. When the Most High set up Israel, then we going to set the other nations in order. But the Lord is going to set us in order first. Go on, bro. To set up the order. Go on.
It's Daniel 2 verse 44, and it says, and in the days of this king, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
And it tells you that in Daniel 7 chapter 2. Go on.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yeah.
So we got a world that's coming, that's going to be ruled by us only. And all of the other nations, they're not going to come through and infiltrate that particular power. Okay? That's not going to go down. We're going to remain in power forever and ever. Give me that in Daniel 7, and believe it's 21 or 29.
That's actually going to happen.
That's what's going to go down. And the reason why our kingdom is not going to be overthrown, because we're going to be what? Perfect. Invoking that light, which is the commandments. Which that's the part of the second covenant. The Lord said He was going to implant the laws inside of us.
Right.
So we always going to be on top. That's the difference between all of these other nations and us. When we get in power, we're going to rule forever. Go on.
As at Daniel 7 and at 27, it says, and the kingdom and dominion.
That's it there. Come on.
And the greatness of the kingdom of and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to a people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. So our empire is going to be everlasting. Go on.
And all dominions shall serve and obey Him.
And all dominion, you know what that's talking about? All dominion, that's talking about all of the rulership of the other races. Okay, because you had the Moabites came into power at one time. Okay, you had the Babylonians that came into power at one time. You had the ancient Egyptians that came into power at one time. All of these other nations had a chance. Like the scripture says, chance happened to all, right? So they all had a chance to rule. But guess what? All of these other nations are going to serve us forever and ever, for eternity, man. You see that? So read that verse again. Read that Daniel's verse again, brother. And this is what should make you comfortable. If you go and do what you're going to do, man, as we all are. Go on, bro.
So back to Daniel 7 and 27, it says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven.
You gotta read out of it now.
And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
And who are the saints of the Most High? Psalms 148 tells you that the saints of the Most High is Israelites. Go on.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. And it don't even gotta say Israel. It's just common sense, because you know that the Bible or the Most High power is only dealing with Israel. So if the Lord is only dealing with Israel, He's gonna obviously set up an everlasting kingdom for His people that He loves, right? It's common sense. So we don't need to say that. Go on, brother.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey Him.
Meaning all manner of nations are gonna serve Him. they're gonna be subjugated under us. Like for example, the so-called white man, he's the ruling class race, right?
Right.
So we're gonna be the next ruling class race, but this time, unlike Slovakia, this time we're not gonna be overthrown. Because we were in power before. We used to rule Europe at one time. Okay, but we were overthrown. Why? Because we weren't keeping this. And we didn't, and the second covenant was in place at the time either. So we fell, but this time when the Lord delivers us, Yahweh Shai, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, okay, which the world calls Christ, when we get delivered by him, the Lord is going to set in order the dominion, okay, above all and beyond. Okay, his dominion is going to be an everlasting dominion. Go on, brother. Along with us.
It's Revelations 2 and 25, and it says, but that which you have already, hold fast till I come.
Right, that which you have already, and this is the whole premise, this is the whole point of the matter, man. At the end of the day, we ain't really out here to be trying to, you know, talk to girls or whatever. I mean, if a brother want to deal with a woman, he can deal with a woman, but that's not the main intention. The main intention is to seek to be rulers, man. That's the main intention. We gotta look forward to that. All of this bullshit out here in the world don't mean a damn thing, man. It don't mean anything. It's all vain anyway. And it's all corrupt. It don't matter. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make a difference. This world does not matter. Okay? What matters is what's gonna come next.
Right.
When the Lord sets us up and gives us the right spirit and the righteousness and all of that, our kingdom and us ruling. That's what we want, man. Sovereignty, power.